You're listening to
Don't Take This Personally, a podcast about the business of creativity.
We are your hosts, wedding photographers, entrepreneurs, and friends, Cami Oliveria.
And Gabe Conover. Now let's get into it.
Let's get into it. And don't take it personally, whatever we're about to say.
Yes.
Don't. Do not take this personally. Okay, are we rolling and recording on all fronts?
Indeed.
Indeed, we are.
It is a new day.
Indeed.
It is. This is the latest we've ever recorded a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are. Well, hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
We have missed all of you very much.
Did you miss us?
If you say no, you're a big fat liar.
I missed you.
Aw, I missed you too.
Aw. So we are coming back at you after, I think, a full month break.
Oh my gosh.
A full month break. And
much needed, guys.
Much needed. What's so funny is after our last recording, we didn't even plan on taking a break in that moment, like when we were recording that. But listening back, it's like we needed a break.
That's so true.
Hearing that, Gabe and Gammy, I'm like, they didn't know they were about to take a month break, but they were.
Which is so stupid because we were literally in the last episode talking about how freaking tired we were.
Yeah, and how we're talking about, like, you know, it's sometimes you just have to let go of what's not necessary and focus on bare minimum just to kind of get through a rough season. And I did not know we were literally talking about the choice we were about to make, which is hilarious. But we're both feeling excited and rested, and we're
very
back.
Rested. I hope you are too.
Yeah.
I mean, life's been crazy for us.
How are you doing out there?
How are you doing out there?
How are you doing out there? So we're just coming back after a little break. Call it like a mid-season or a season 2.
Mid-season.
I don't know.
Season 2.
Are we already in season 2?
Sure, why not?
Season 2.
Season 2.
We're back, baby.
That's right. Better than before.
Better than before. So in the spirit of something I was truly so excited about at the last episode, I'm going to read a review.
Oh.
Ready?
Let's gloat about us.
Let's gloat about us. And remember to leave one, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This is from Mariah.
Aw.
Mariah. It is titled, Most Practical Business Advice. 5 stars.
It's like an award.
It is an award.
Yeah.
Well, listen to it.
Let's hear it.
Ready to feel awesome about yourself? Okay. I have listened to every episode since they began this podcast, and let me tell you, this is the most practical business advice I've heard educators in the photography industry teach.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
I'm just going to pause right there and let that sink in.
Yes, thank you, Mariah.
Thank you so much, but it's not over.
Oh.
They're real. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
They're real and honest. I've learned so much for my own little business. LOL, I'll be a follower for life. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to pour your knowledge into others. You both have a huge gift in teaching. Oh, that's so nice. And I'm blown away. This podcast is free of charge. Haha, what a steel smiley face. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. That means so much to me.
What a steal.
What a steal.
Man, we are losing out on a business opportunity here.
I know. I keep being like, man, are we dumb? Maybe we're not that good at business after all. But here we are.
Thank you, Mariah.
Thank you so much. We're really excited to be back in your ear holes.
Yes.
I admit this has been like a pretty critical part of my weeks.
Yeah, it's so necessary because you know what? We give you good business advice, but also it's just really good for us to like hash it out with each other.
I know.
And like vent and like, you know, bounce ideas off each other. It's like we're like each other's own personal business coaches.
Yeah, like I feel like, I feel like you're my coworker. You're my, yeah, that's so nice. I've told so many people that like how far I feel my business has come in the last year and my mindset has shifted just from like being around you every week. And that's
Cammy.
Such a testament to like the
honestly.
kind of people you just surround yourself with. And yeah. Well.
Okay, well, if you're watching right now, you might notice that we have 2 mics, and I
upgraded.
made the very conscious decision to hold my mic to the side because I really wanted to be very much in in control.
He wants to be a pop star.
Indeed. I mean, do you ever feel, like a plastic bag? Yeah, right. I'm really headed in that direction.
Yep.
So yeah. We today thought it would be fun to kind of do a little like part 2 of our last episode.
Yeah, we want to update you on how we're doing. Yeah,
because it's been like a month.
It's been a whole month.
Yeah.
We just want to update you on our lives and how we're doing, what we're focusing on, how we're getting through the craziest wedding season ever. And a similar conversation to last time, but different Gabe and Cammie.
Yes. You might be able to tell.
You might.
Especially if you listen to these episodes back to back.
I haven't even had any alcohol yet.
Wow.
Last time we were drinking margaritas before I even had lunch.
This time we're having coffee and
This
Topo
time
Chicos.
it's 4:30 p.m. and I haven't had a drink. I feel like that's worth celebrating.
That is worth
I'm
celebrating.
proud of us.
With a drink.
I feel like celebrating with a drink. So what have you been up to the last month? Catch me up.
Okay, well, I actually want to ask you first because I went first last time.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And this is an equal partnership.
It is. Okay. Wow, I love that.
So let's let Cammie go first. So a month ago, you were in the thicks of wedding season, not having any breaks whatsoever, tired out of your mind.
Yeah.
So have you been as busy as you were then?
No.
Okay,
so a month
fabulous.
ago when we decided to take a break, I had just ended my busiest month I've had in years. July really put me through the ringer. I had I think I had 9 or 10 weddings in July, which 3 of them being travel.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
so
disgusting.
that was really hard. Like I had a lot of weekday weddings and I was traveling 3 weekends in a row, which really did a lot to me. Haven't done that for a long time, especially coming out of a year where I didn't travel at all. It was just really challenging. So July was really hard and I wanted to take most of August off podcasting, not because I was so busy, but because I actually was not busy in August. And I just felt like I needed to take a second and rest and kind of catch my breath a little bit. So I've kind of been straight chilling. I only had 1 wedding in August and I have another one this weekend coming up, but so I didn't shoot very much. I shot pretty minimally. And then I also went on vacation.
Yes, you did.
This is a post-vacation Cammie right here.
Living the life.
Victor and I went to Hawaii for 5 days. It wasn't that long. And what's interesting is all year long, people would be like, when are you guys going to go on vacation again? What are your travel plans this year? And I was like, no, we don't get to travel this year. This year is not the year for personal time. I just accepted that, we're not going to take a trip. This is just the year to catch up, have the crazy wedding boom year. And
every year is the year for personal time, though.
So
Cammie.
That's... Spoiler
Come
alert.
on. Oh, sorry.
That's what I was about to get to.
I'm sorry.
No,
I ruined everything.
All year long, I've just been like, no, we won't go on a trip this year. This year I'm just surviving, et cetera, et cetera. My focus has to be on clients and all these weddings this year, and then we'll go on vacation later. I'm so glad I realized that was fucked up. Because there's literally, the story of my life, there's always a reason to choose business first. There will always be a reason to not choose yourself first. It's always busy for different reasons. True. Last year I could have said the same thing, this year isn't the year to take personal time because I'm not making any money or because there's just always a reason to not choose yourself. So Victor and I planned it kind of spontaneously, actually, which I'm really proud of us for. We booked it a month max out. I think we made the final decision 3.5 weeks before we left, which was crazy for us. We usually plan our trips a year out. So
oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, because we just live such rigid lives sometimes we see a window to go on vacation and we just plan it. I'll take a few weeks off or whatever. But so anyways, it wasn't crazy long. I saw the window and was like, you know what, let's freaking go to Hawaii for 5 days. And I'm glad we did because I think Hawaii travel might shut down again. So I'm proud of us for just jumping on a moment when it felt good. And I surfed and I ran into a small child.
Do you do
that? Well, I do now.
Do you run into small children?
I surf now, Gabriel. But no, literally, I've surfed 2 times in my whole life.
Oh, wow.
One of which was in Mexico. And I did amazing because there were no waves. Nice. So I just like stood right up, and it's the kind of place where if you fail, you just like hop off and you're in like knee deep water, you know? So it was like perfect. So I was cocky and was like, I can surf now.
In Hawaii.
Well, in San Diego. So I was like, I can surf here. So then we've tried again in San Diego, and it was an epic fail. The ocean's humbling. But then we did in Hawaii, and it went amazing. We both stood up a bunch. I was shredding some nar waves. You know what I'm saying? Nar. I did really well. Nar. Hella nar. But then I did not expect that I would stay standing as long as I did, and I didn't prepare for what happens if I'm like about to run into a child.
Oh, how old was this child?
Probably 7 or 8.
Ooh, a little child.
A true little child. But surfing was so fun. We like went kayaking with sea turtles. We ate a lot, had lots of tasty drinks, some poolside, some beachside time. It was really fun. So that was great. And then besides that, I've just been like being really kind and gentle with myself and just doing like bare minimum work. Like, not that I'm not working hard, but I'm really like, I'm not like exceeding expectations. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just looking at like what's due this week. I'll make sure that happens, and then not do anything more. So that's what I've been doing. I've been chilling, not very busy.
Yeah.
Living the surfer girl life. I went one time. Now listen to me. I'm like
Cammy the surfer girl.
Yeah.
Honestly, Cammy is a great surfer girl name.
Thank you.
Cammy from California.
Oh, Cammy from California.
California Cammy.
Oh, I love that.
Movie title. Here we go. She goes surfing, hits a child.
Wow.
And her life just takes off.
Oh my God, wow. I just saw my whole new life flash before my eyes as he said that. So anyways, things have been good. I've just been taking it slow and easy, and I just I didn't take August off podcasting to work a lot. I just
which is so good.
Didn't really do a lot of anything.
Yay.
So that's where I am. What about you?
Yeah, honestly, similar boat. June, July literally destroyed me.
Yeah, brutally.
People keep asking me like, "Oh, Gabe, like you were so busy, like that's crazy," and I was like, yeah, you don't understand. Like it was crazy. It was disgusting.
It was
how busy I was.
Crazy.
Yeah. Like the whole like going from wedding in San Diego to another state the next day type thing.
I can't believe you did that shit.
Honestly, disgusting. I did it twice, and it was wow. It was wild.
Yeah.
It all worked out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just was like, kind of my last like big wedding weekend was the last weekend of July, and I had 3 weddings that weekend, so I like really went out with a bang. And then after that I pretty much have like 1 wedding a year or a week for the rest of the
One wedding a year.
Dude, could you imagine?
Whoa.
Living our $200,000
and then I could surf the rest of the year.
And yeah, 1 a week for the rest of the year. I have a couple more like really crazy weeks, but it's just like weeks instead of months. So yeah, August I had 3 total.
It's so nice.
This week I have none, so I get to relax and chill, and it's gonna be super fun.
Oh my gosh, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go and live it up.
What does that mean? Tell me. Are you gonna go sing karaoke?
Ooh, probably.
Oh my God.
I know, why wouldn't I?
Tell me everything. What are you gonna do? Do you have plans yet, or you're just taking it day by day?
I'll take it day by day.
Great.
Yeah. So pretty much yeah, I'm really excited for the rest of the year, because I was telling Cammy earlier, like I just want to catch up.
Yeah.
And I've been pretty on track for the most part.
Yeah,
like I have an assistant that does a lot of work for me, and that's amazing. And like my little brother runs my studio, so I don't do too much over there anymore, except for like bigger picture stuff. So I just want to like catch up on everything, and then hopefully by like November I'll be able to just tackle some new projects, like get different things out there. I've delegated a few things out that I didn't normally do. Like I have my cousin is a graphic designer, and she does email marketing. So I was like, oh, you do email marketing? Like I should do that.
Yeah.
And if I know you and like I trust you, so like let's have you do it. So she's working on stuff like that for me now, and so that's a new little like thing that I'm gonna start doing, which I feel like will be really cool.
Yes.
and again, like I wanted, if I'm going to add something new, I want to not do anything. So
that's the dream.
So yeah, that I'm really excited. Last weekend we went to Big Bear, or last week my family and I went to Big Bear for a few days, which was really fun. Besides Leo, my youngest, being an absolute disaster. It was his first time out of the house, like besides like spending the night at my parents' or my in-laws' house. So he just was not having it, which is okay. We still had a good time.
Literally can't imagine. I would have a meltdown if my kid wasn't sleeping or
well, you know,
I don't know how you do it, Gabriel.
Okay, for the record, our kids sleep extremely well. So when this happened, honestly, like as for parents, we are pretty spoiled as far as sleep goes.
Okay.
Like Eli and Evie wake up in the morning before us and go do their own thing for like an hour.
How did you train them to do that?
We just literally told them that if they didn't, we would, you know, discipline them in different ways.
I love it.
Yeah. As in like taking away video games and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah. So and then Leo sleeps again pretty well. So like it's just we are very privileged when it comes to like the whole sleep thing as a parent, like a scissors.
As a parent. Oh man.
So anyway, yeah, everything's good. I'm just really like I want to. The one thing that I'm like really behind on is blogging. And so like I feel like once I catch up with that, which like honestly writing one blog doesn't take me very long because my brother like creates them and then I just write them.
You're an animal at blogging.
Yeah. So it should be pretty easy to catch up. I just am like, I'm going to give myself like probably a block of a week to like catch up on everything.
Yeah.
And then go from there. So
cool.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's been like a fairly, I kind of was looking at it like, wow, one wedding every Saturday a year. That is so manageable. It's so...
Once a week for the rest of the year.
Yeah, one wedding a week for the year.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That just sounds great.
Is that changing how you're booking going forward?
I would like to say yes, but of course I'll get an inquiry and it's like...
Just kidding.
Nice money.
I know. I keep saying too, I'm going to try not to book doubles anymore. And then I do.
And at this point, I feel like at the price point we're at too, like it's like a substantial amount of money. And I just like, I look at it and it's even harder than it was to say no before.
Yeah, no, that's such a good point. It's like, wow, I'll
not to toot our own horns.
It's like I would do that for that much. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like making that much in one weekend. Okay, I'll do that. But we need to get better at not doing that too much though. I think my boundary is not to do that more than once a month.
Okay.
Because once I had, like, I can handle like one double.
Yeah.
But like when I have multiple doubles in a row, that's when I really start to like hate my life.
I think I really want to work on, and I'm finally starting to break into like the Palm Springs market and stuff like that. I feel like if I work on that market, it'll be easier to say no because I'll actually have more sprinkled throughout like November to April, you know?
That's a really good point.
So, because that's when wedding season is over there. So it would just make everything feel a lot better.
That's a good point. My weddings in that time frame typically are in Palm Springs.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah.
So
tight.
Hopefully. We'll see.
So when things slow down November for you, you're going to work on some new things. Will you tell the listeners what?
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I think I've kind of talked about it a little bit in the past about how like, okay, I love weddings. Don't get me wrong. Like, I do want to continue to do them at like a different rate than I am doing them now, or a different, like, I guess, amount. And I want to head more into like fashion and stuff like that and brands. And honestly, even like focusing more on education because then I could free up more weekends to just live, you know? And like we've kind of talked about before, like the last year and a half has really, like when we had nothing and then we went back to this crazy lifestyle of shooting all weekend and working 12-hour days Friday through Sunday, it just like you like look back on like the COVID year we had and you're like, wow, that was kind of nice.
I kind of liked it.
It was nice.
Yeah.
So I didn't like love it. I wanted some of what I'm doing now, but it's like the 20 or 18 weddings I had in June and July, I was just like, this is terrible. Like,
it's not sustainable.
It's not good. Even for 2 months out of the year. Even if I did it only those 2 months out of the year, like it still is not good.
Well, because even if it's just 2 months, it's not just 2 months.
Yeah.
Because it takes me another 2 months to just recover from
Correct.
that.
So it's, no, that's absolutely
And then
correct.
not even counting like catching up from the workload of that, like the compound effect of like always being behind because of those 2 busy months.
Yeah.
It's not just a rough 2 months. It ends up being like a rough half of your year.
Yes. No, you're absolutely correct.
Of course
it's just
I
very
am.
overwhelming.
Of
You're
course
always
I
right,
am.
Cami, you're always right.
I know.
You're always white. I mean, that's also true. That's what I said.
Yeah, also true no matter what I wish I could do about it.
So yeah, what about you? When things cool down?
Well, I have been working on my freaking course
I was thinking maybe you'd figure that out.
all year. Well, big picture, 4 years, like being in the brainstorming stage of it and stuff, but actually actively working on it all year.
Wow.
And I don't know how people put out content like that all the time. It's taking me so long. Like, what am I doing wrong? It's just taking me forever to put this video together.
Because I was thinking about this too when I was just talking, and you asked me like how I kind of want to focus a little bit more on education. I was like, if I didn't have a whole wedding to deliver in a week,
Yeah.
I could easily crank out like a good article or whatever it is.
Right.
So that's how.
Yeah, it's really hard
Your
to
workload is
focus
very different.
on it.
Yeah.
So it just ends up being like a few hours here, a few hours there, and it's so funny that like my goal was to get it out by last Black Friday. Like I
really?
dreamt of like and I didn't even begin filming until January of this year. And I was like, I'll get it out by spring. And now my new goal is like, I would love to have this done and ready for the world by Black Friday of this year. So it's just funny how long these things take. So when I have a free few hours, something that's taken me a lot of discipline is when I have editing to do, it comes before literally everything.
Right.
Even if I don't have a due date approaching, like I just figure like, oh, I might as well just get ahead. Whereas like it's taking me a lot of discipline to look at my week and be like, do I actually have a gallery due in the next 4 days? And if the answer is no, like putting a pause on editing and forcing myself to like work on the course and work on other things.
Oh, I love that you said that.
I mean, because I'm always like,
Yep.
when I'm caught up on editing, I'll focus on these other
Yes.
things. But that
Yes.
fucking never comes. We're never caught up on editing. So
Amen.
it's actually been a really interesting
Good for you.
exercise
Oh, I love
and
that you're doing
discipline.
that.
Yeah, it's been really hard. But when I have like a 4-hour chunk in my work day or something, just being like, okay, do I actually have to work on this gallery right now, or I'll be late contractually? If the answer is no, then work on other projects. And it's hard because like the guilt is so high of like I should be working on galleries if I can, but other things are really important to me too. So getting that
Well,
out.
if you ever want to get ahead and get to the next step, you have to be.
I know.
You have to live this way.
I know.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. So I hope that was
Wow.
encouraging.
Good
If
for
anyone
you.
else
No,
has
that is a great
like,
encouraging remark.
other projects they want to work on, like, yes, the editing will always be there. There will always be more projects. So like practicing the discipline of setting those things aside for a few
Right.
minutes to work on other things is huge. So
Right.
I'm proud that I'm working on that. That's kind of it, I think, on the horizon for things I'm excited about. I'm just really proud of the work I'm producing this year, I guess. So like,
Love that.
yeah, my mind isn't on like, what do I want to do that's not weddings? I know like a lot of us in the wedding industry are there, but okay, I'm so scared to say this because I don't want to sound like douchey, but this year has like confirmed how much I believe I'm doing the right thing, even if I have complicated feelings about the industry and weddings. Like I'm letting all of these things be true at once.
Amazing.
And like I've never been more confident in my ability to do my work well. Like I'm like showing up to weddings confident. Imposter syndrome isn't really kicking in like it was so badly for so long. Like I'm just really confident in what I'm doing.
Yes.
I feel like I'm shooting the best work of my career. Like I'm so proud of the images I come back from weddings with.
Yay.
And yeah, I just feel really confident, and I'm like, I'm totally doing the right thing, and I feel confident raising my prices accordingly and not being scared of people saying no. Like, I don't know,
I love that.
so yeah, I'm not really looking for what's next right now. I'm just
Amazing.
like really enjoying being proud of what I'm doing and trying to find the time to work on other projects when I can.
Go Cami.
Go me.
Ugh, I love hearing that.
And go you.
And go me.
And go you.
And go me.
Well, what's ahead to look forward to in podcast land?
Yeah, so I mean, we had a few guests on here.
That was so
recently,
fun.
which was so fun,
That was so fun.
Cammie and I are definitely going to start incorporating that a lot more. We already have some guests getting ready to be put on the books, like a lot of them, and so I think that we'll definitely be doing way more of that.
Yeah, we hope you like that.
You better like that,
Because that's what's coming.
Because that's what you're getting.
And maybe you'll be happy because so many people said they want longer episodes.
Oh, really?
And, yeah. Like
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like a lot of people would be like, love this podcast, just wish it was longer. So,
well, then you're welcome.
yeah, then you're welcome.
You are welcome.
You are so welcome. Like, Gabe and I have a lot to teach, and we'll make mini episodes on the topics
Of course.
we want to teach about, but we also are super stoked and passionate about, like, bringing in other people who have
Right.
things to teach you, too.
Yeah, and I think that too, like, we know what we're really good at. We know what we thrive off of, and
Yeah.
like, just because, you know, you could sit here and I genuinely believe that we could mentor you into having a very successful business, doesn't mean that we know everything, obviously, and we don't know every market. And I think that we want this podcast to be something that can relate to a lot more people than just our little niche of wedding photographers.
Well, and we have a very particular way of doing things.
Correct.
Like, we're both really similar, and so
Yes,
I have
yes.
loved having like very different types of people on here too. I've like I've
Totally.
learned a lot.
Same. Yeah, after our guest episodes with Catalina, Kaylee, and Blake, I remember just both of us just being like, wow,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, like I left all of those conversations so inspired for different reasons.
For different reasons I wasn't really expecting or even looking for.
Yeah,
It just
same.
happened, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
And that was really cool.
And that was really fucking cool.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Well,
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us again.
We just wanted a little catch up, and hopefully you can hear in our voices we're in a much better place.
Yes.
And that break was not because it was the end. I know it's easy to
No.
take a break and be like, oh, then you lose momentum or whatever. But I think that was the pause was what we needed to like get momentum back in our blood.
Correct.
And we've got a lot of cool shit coming your way. So
We really do. Yeah, look forward to the next few episodes.
look forward
to
to them.
every episode
Look forward
that
to
comes
every
out,
episode.
honestly. Now that we have two mics too, I feel even more confident.
And Gabe looks like a pop star.
I literally am just like lounging here, like, yeah, this is my podcast, you know?
That's your pink podcast couch.
Indeed.
Indeed it is.
Indeed it is.
All
right.
right. We bid you adieu.
Adieu.
Adieu. Okay, bye.
Bye.